Guys.
And Elliot? Oh, I was just about to ask Elliot
No.
if his mic doesn't need a clap anymore, but it does.
I think it does still, because it's not.
That's all right.
It's my setup. It's my little janky setup. I need to figure out a way
okay.
to hook it up. Hi,
All right,
everyone.
Joe needs to tell us something.
No,
Yeah,
I was
Joe,
going
what's
to say,
up?
guys, what an occasion. Listeners to the Valleycast, this episode is not being filmed at 4 a.m. It's being filmed at 5 p.m, which means
Beautiful.
you'll get a different side of tired.
Yes,
That's right. The complete opposite side of it.
It's less. This is more tired as opposed to the other ones being slightly more groggy. I would contend.
This
Groggy,
is
that's
dinner.
it.
Dinner time. Have you guys had dinner?
Dude,
Oh.
I'm
Me
foreshadowing.
neither.
I'm about to make dinner after this podcast, and this is
Which
one
is?
of the ingredients from my HelloFresh, which we'll talk about later.
Oh, wow.
Does that say coconut
Spoilers.
milk?
Yeah, I'm making coconut chicken.
Do you have that just
curry.
in your office?
You
Did you
think
start?
I have
Are,
an
are you
office?
hugging yourself right now, Kevin? Like a monkey in a zoo? What are you
No.
doing? Is that coconut milk?
Yeah, I'm
Is that coconut milk,
self-soothing.
man? Like
I'm
a coconut milk
self-soothing,
addict?
okay?
Self-soothing. That's so funny.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show.
Getting in
July
like a mama-
24th is National Self-Care Day. Are we all going to take care of ourselves tomorrow?
Oh God! Thank God. We need self-care. We need
Guys.
self-care. Let's take care of ourselves.
That's all we need.
for once. Yeah, we don't need to take care of anything other than ourselves.
No.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah, just take care of yourself. Everything else will work out as the world burns.
Yep, we're all in the same
Fuck
place.
yeah.
Great. This is good.
I was just reading about the psychological complexes of climate denial, so I'm all fired up, and how it's an
no,
overwhelming
Elliot.
problem. And
So
anyway.
like overwhelming to the point where we just don't acknowledge all of the crazy shit that is happening at once.
Well,
Because
was
you
it, like-
can't.
You can't. Was it like last week was the hottest day in the world?
Yep.
For like 5 days in a row.
Yeah.
Like every day was the new hottest 5 days. Like it's crazy. You know who
And
soothed
it's only
me
going to
just a
continue,
little?
right? Like,
Yeah.
it's for sure just going to continue for a long time.
Well, that's
okay.
I got the slightest bit of soothing. Welcome everybody to anxiety on a climate level. So I have my personal anxieties that I'm dealing with. I have my familial anxieties that I'm dealing with my wife's health. And then we all have this like existential like world anxiety, whether or not you want to admit it or not, on top of political anxiety and social upheaval. There's a lot of anxieties going on. But whenever like you take 2 seconds to focus on like the worldly one, the one that is so existential that it's scary beyond all belief, you go, that's when the anxiety like really hits. You're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what do I do to even? So I was feeling one of those, and then Hank Green, of course, Hank Green releases a Hank Green TikTok where he's like, "Does this graph mean we're all gonna die?" And he's like, "No," and then he talks about why not, but then he's also like, "It's bad," but
Yeah.
he little tinge of hope. So
He's
thanks
just
for
trying
that.
to give some, optimism.
Thanks for that tinge of hope, Hank Green.
We need him.
It. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's good when
we're not gonna die.
it's good when scary graphs are put into better context than what CNN can do with a fucking red banner.
Go off, Joe.
No,
Fucking
I
go
want Elliot to
scorched
make
earth.
like a stitch with Hank Green and be like, well, yeah, we're not all going to die.
Damn it,
We're
Elliot,
not
did you
gonna
just-
die.
Yeah.
Did you just say scorched earth?
Yeah, scorched earth,
Yeah, he
Joe.
did.
Let it rip. Yeah, scorched earth, scorched earth.
Yeah. I can tell Elliot's in it because Elliot's in his like, yeah, I got some things to say. Cool
Yep,
pose right
he sure
now.
does.
Let me tell you guys something, guys. I got something to say.
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing for dinner, though? For real, what are we doing? Because I'm thinking pizza.
Ooh, that's
Whoa, dude, from where?
Yeah.
that's a good
I don't
call.
know, man. I kind of go back and forth. Like Grace and I, back and forth means Grace and I will debate about it. I will want something that's worse. I will want a not good quality
Okay.
pizza. Grace will want slightly higher quality pizza in a place you can get a salad. So what do you guys?
Honestly,
think?
I don't
What do you
think I would
suggest?
be able to name like high quality pizza places in Los Angeles like that. I just never order like
Yeah, it's hard.
Like more gourmet pizza or better made
Yeah.
pizza than
What
Domino's.
What do you order when when you go, hey, what do you want, babe? And the babe goes, just what some high quality pizza. And then you go, okay, I got you. Where you going?
What is that?
What do you
I have
order?
no idea.
There's a few there's a few places. Let me put my pose back on, guys. So there's
Yeah,
Triple
there's
Beam.
people who know this. Yeah.
And then Claudio, who I just was wearing the sweater of, who
Okay.
appeared on Joe Beretta's world
He's the
famous
best.
and like growing in momentum. Joe,
Oh.
guys, he's doing these live streams. Millions of people are watching.
Talking
them.
about scorched earth.
Joe, before we hit record, was just talking about how much joy it brings him, and he is obsessed with them. He's doing them once or twice a week, so follow him at Joe Beretta on
Make sure to
Instagram.
watch so he keeps doing them and has to keep doing them.
Yeah.
Hate my friends.
Triple Beam's pretty good pizza.
Never heard of it. Little Caesars,
Neither have
baby.
I.
Best value out there.
Little Caesars, Domino's,
value.
man.
Domino's
Oh no,
for sure.
dude, I love.
But you're talking about
Domino's.
value. You're talking about
Domino's
value.
better, but I can walk into a Little Caesars and be like, "Here's $5. Give me a pizza," and
Immediately.
they give me that, and then
know,
I'll
and
walk away. It's
Fresh
great.
and
Give me
hot.
that.
It's so cool.
It's like magic.
the power,
Little
the
Caesars.
power.
Little Caesars is a wizard.
Dude, I don't
Um,
eat dinner. Guess what? I don't eat dinner until like 9.
Okay.
So I don't
You're a
even
young
have that
man.
in my mind yet.
Wow. You just had what, lunch?
Kind of. I had it a couple hours ago.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
What'd you have?
I'm an old man. Huh?
What did you have, Kevin?
Jackson.
For lunch.
For lunch, I had a smoothie.
Nice. That's a nice lunch.
Wait,
hot
depends
as
on
fuck.
what was in that smoothie.
Why?
What if
very
it was
true.
like bad
Scorched
shit?
earth.
You know?
Why would I make a bad smoothie?
I don't know. You're a child, and you go to bed at 7 in the morning, and you eat dinner at 10:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Psycho.
It had strawberries. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Bananas.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
And
a
a
little bit of blueberries.
Snickers. And
Nope, no,
Snickers. And Reese's Pieces.
And pizza crust.
Yeah,
All
that was
right.
my lunch, and I won't have dinner for a bit.
I contend we're halfway there, and since tomorrow is self-care day, for the last 3 podcasts, I was like, I'm gonna just ask the guys. I'm gonna ask it today. We're gonna talk about it, but I have a
We're the
starting
guys.
point.
I like being
What you guys been doing to take care of yourselves lately? No, Elliot made fun of the self-care phrase earlier, but I really do want to know, because I've been doing some things, and I'll talk about them. But Kevin, you've been rock climbing outside,
Yeah,
and I
well,
want
that
to
was what
hear
just
about
came
that.
To mind. That was
Let's
just,
start
It
there.
was just once, just the one time. But dude, climbing. I started climbing a couple years ago, and it saved me mentally. It just
That
keeps,
is a huge phrase. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It means that it's something that I am finally excited to do and feel like something that I can progress forward in and like just have fun doing. And I haven't had something. It's a hobby. It's like my first hobby in a very long time, and it's nice when you find a hobby that you love. I think people hear that a lot, but they don't really like actually actively do it.
Hey, this guy I got a fucking
I know.
thing to say face on.
I know. It's every time I talk.
Kevin.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you say at this point that the climbing change is not gonna get any? It's gonna go this direction forever with the climbing change that you're
okay.
experiencing right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Such a stretch.
Okay. I should have just kept on talking.
This is what I'm talking about. The denial about climbing change is a very serious.
You know, the higher you climb, the higher the climbing goes, the farther the fall.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm sorry. What were you
No,
saying,
but I just
Kevin?
love it now. I love it so much, but it's always been indoors. So for the first time a week ago, I went outside, which is like a whole nother beast of a thing.
Yeah.
It's like doubles in how hard it is to do, and it's just like exhausting.
The
Just had a
fall is
blast.
scarier.
Dude, there were ones where like I didn't even try it. They were like, you'll probably eventually want to try it, but it was like if you fall and you don't have a spotter, they're gonna slam their head on a rock that's like
Yeah.
right there if somebody's not there. Yeah.
That is,
It was bad.
and it's outside, so it was probably hotter because of all the climbing.
Well, It's Palm Springs aerial tramway.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what
I
the
got
Palm
it.
Springs aerial tramway is.
I'm sure you have.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's
Have you
quite
done it a
cold.
bunch?
Yes, a few times. I love
Well,
that
see,
thing.
yeah, it's pretty. I just am picturing because I don't know, man. It was pretty like tame,
Kitschy?
yeah, and it was very like touristy families.
Yep.
Like every time the thing would swing a little bit, they'd all go like, "Whoa!" Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you saying that just
It's
made me
turning.
laugh because you just you just thought.
I love. Look, we know how dedicated and actually how truthful Kevin is about his new love of climbing because you jumped in a car and drove 2 hours to
Yeah,
go
well,
to
got
go
driven.
barely crawl up a rock. That's some dedication.
Damn. I think I did better than that.
Well, you know what I mean, because you're more
I know.
bouldering, right? You're bouldering as
That
opposed
is
to
when we
climbing.
did.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
when
the
you're
same thing.
bouldering, no, climbing is you're going up, 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 up. Like bouldering is like you're scaling like a rock wall. when
Oh,
you're
I see
climbing.
what you're saying.
When
But
you're
I would call it
bouldering-
all. You're trying to say bouldering isn't climbing, and that would not.
No,
be
no, 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 no. I'm saying bouldering.
Okay.
You're not as
Yeah,
in the most part going
rope
vertical.
climbing.
You are staying on a boulder. You could be vertical, you could be horizontal or whatever, but it's more about the technical aspect of the boulder in which you are climbing that is
Okay,
right there.
We got it.
So
We got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
But
I'm
yeah,
saying.
it was 110 degrees in Palm Springs, but as soon as we got
Jesus.
up into the mountain, it was like 75. So it was
Nice.
like it was okay. It was all right.
Why did it save you?
Yeah.
Save me? Oh, because I just said because it was the first thing in a while. Like you go through a big phase of like, damn, nothing is really piquing my interest, and nothing. I'm not looking forward to anything in life. Like I don't have anything I want to do even tomorrow. So then when you find something, I'm being serious,
Dude, the
man.
most depressing statements that are said so nonchalantly is one of the funniest things to me. Like literally, even like 10 minutes from now, I can't even think of a reason to live. Like, you know what I'm talking?
How was I supposed to say it? You want me to
No, it's
cry?
perfect. It's perfect. I'm not. It's kind of the trademark.
So then when you finally discover that and have that, I would say, you know, I'm still going through some tough times, but like I think it's made these past couple years easier than it
good.
would have been if I wouldn't have found
Nice.
The from my limited experience with it, because I've climbed some of those same walls
I want
that
you
you've
to go.
climbed. The physical aspect of it is insane. The goal-oriented goal setting and achievability, but also unachievability of them makes all these little goals that you make feel so monumental when you make them, which is crazy. It's problem solving. It's like little escape rooms that you have to do, like little puzzles. So like again, that's another like achievement thing in your mind. And the community is amazing.
The community is amazing.
Really.
One of the nicest groups of people I've ever
Like you'll
interacted
see
with.
somebody struggling on like the easiest climb at the gym because it's like their first or second time, and like the entire gym like cheers when they get it. It's like everybody just like is there to be supportive and like just chill.
So lovely. It's beautiful. Have you made
really nice.
any close friends as a result of it? Like, do you
Well,
have
the
your
guys
your
that I
buds?
went with, it's like our little climbing group.
So that was group. Those were little gym friends, little
Gym
condescending
friends, I
gym.
know.
I'm being condescending now. Those are your little gym friends.
Yeah, get him, Joe. Get him, Joe.
I bet you they were tiny. I bet they were
Get
the
him.
tiniest little.
But
gym
dude,
friends.
okay. you talking about the goal aspect of it and like achieving a goal that you were trying to do. Dude, I had one of the biggest adrenaline rush I've had probably in years, and it was so big. It was actually the video that I posted. That climb was essentially like a pretty tough climb in the grading system for somebody's like first time out doing it. So I had this goal of like, oh, I just want to get like a couple that like aren't that hard and I'll be happy. So when I tried that one and I was actually like doing it, everybody was like freaking out because it was like crazy that I was able to do it.
That's so cool.
Which was very cool just in itself. But then halfway up that rock when I was making like the final ascent of it, like actually trying to get to the top, it was so much like adrenaline and joy that I literally just let out like a big like, dude. And I have never experienced a vocal
like pure joy.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, Elliot, and it was insane.
Because I bet it didn't sound as cool as it felt. I bet it felt amazing.
No. And yeah, I immediately start laughing like after I make this sound because I'm with all these guys and I just know how weird it sounded.
They're like, leave him. He's a lost soul.
Cool. Good job, Kevin. You didn't have to orgasm, but thank you. I appreciate it.
That's exactly. I mean, maybe I did have like half an orgasm.
Yeah.
So, Kevin,
That's amazing.
You're borrowing my rig there. Can you not do that?
Do you, when you're going up, Kevin, like, are you putting like the safety harness, the thing that keeps you safe so you have something like what's up, dude? What's up, Jackson? How you doing?
What's up, Jackson?
Do you have, you know what I mean? Like, is there some baseline safety thing for you, or
there's mats.
There's mats.
There's mats that you hike up and then you bring them and then you just put them below the boulder.
Yeah. This is the difference between the bouldering and the scaling.
Wow.
So if you fall, you're falling.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then you have spotters. Whoever comes with you normally spots you so that you land on the mat if you fall.
Yeah. Wow.
Dude,
wow.
If you ever watch videos of it, Elliot, the mats always look so janky. They always have to be like pushed right into places. It's scary. It's like,
yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
But you're like maybe 5.
You're not as high
as the ground, but kind of upside down.
You maybe would break something if you hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like your
really
head.
Cool.
You could hit your head. You could hit your head and die.
Yeah. You could break your head.
It's pretty
Doing
cool,
literally
man.
anything.
It's really cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I had such a good time that I vocally orgasmed.
That's great, man. That's so funny.
Pure joy.
Congrats, you did it. You accomplished something. Are you hooked now?
Like that.
Is this like, I remember my brother got
I'll
into
continue.
surfing.
I'll go outside more, but that place closes during the summer because they do like repair on everything. So it'll be a bit, but I'll be back.
Is this your personality yet?
Yeah, that's the way to ask it.
Dude, no, because there's guys in there, especially one of the guys that I went with who is he's got years and years of experience. And like the entire time we were out there, like looking for the already made climbs by people, he was like, oh, look at this rock. This could be a climb. Look, you could just like do this here. And then this, like, he was just trying to like show off all the knowledge that he had about this stuff. And I just don't have that quite love for it. Like, it's just a hobby. Yeah.
You'll get there. Don't worry. You'll be there.
I hope not. See, if I do, then I'll fall out of love with that, and I'll have to go through the same thing that I had to go through with the other stuff.
Icarus. You're going to be, or maybe it's Sisyphus, but yeah, you're going to fly too close to the sun.
Yep. There it
is.
is.
That's Icarus.
That is Icarus, yeah.
That is Icarus.
Sisyphus pushes the boulder, right? Isn't he the boulder?
Kind of, yeah.
Whoa.
You're kind of a little bit of both.
Oh my God.
Icarus.
We make a good podcast.
Sisyphus. Oh, Elliot, you should, after you're done with the Breath of the Wild addiction that we all have, you should pick up Hades.
Oh, dude.
Hades or Diablo, is that the same thing? Because I know Diablo.
No.
You would hate Diablo, but Hades is really good Greek lore, mixed in with awesome storytelling, voice acting, and kind of a really easy, repetitive gameplay, but the story keeps you going. And I think, it's Sisyphus is in it, Hate, all of them. They're great. It's good.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that would be a good, because there's so many. I can't keep track of
and it's
all
really pretty. It's like the artwork is so cool.
Yeah, really, and it's like Zelda. It's horny as hell. It's hornier. It's hornier.
Yeah,
well, the Greeks, they were a horny group of people.
Yeah.
Is it on Switch? Is it a Switch?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll check it out. Yeah, for sure. Because I am wrapping up. I'm wrapping.
Are you like completely wrapping it up?
Like, I can't stop. Like, I do have a problem. Like, it can. like I've done the beating of it.
I was
but
hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop. Like I just want to do everything in that world all of the time.
Damn, dude. It still hasn't hooked me like that.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten me.
What about Ellie?
And I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, good. You shouldn't. I don't think it's a healthy thing. Is Ellie in as deep?
Ellie is like where you were when you were just avoiding beating the game.
Yeah.
So she's like just waiting because she knows that like she could be done with it, but she knows that if she does that, she's gonna actually probably be done with the game in her
Right.
mind. So she wants to kind of keep it open to be like, I could finish it eventually.
I wish I hadn't done
I
it.
think
but
you
was
broke that seal.
I was so curious about the story that I
Yeah.
needed to see it, and I was getting spoilers, like little spoilers, and I was like, well, I want to not get spoiled, so let me just do it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I really shouldn't have.
It's done. Yeah.
But it is still wonderful and a beautiful game, and I love it very much. So, what about you? Are you still playing it? I know we talk about this all the time.
He's
and
got
we
to
don't
be
need
playing it.
Me? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
glad-
you're pretty far, right, Joe? Yeah.
I'm disgustingly like. If I showed you everything that I have, you'd be like, "What are you doing with your life?"
No.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that today. I was looking at my inventory, and I was like, I don't need like 700 of these things, and I have like a lot. And I'm like, and then I was looking at like glitches and stuff. The things people do.
Yeah, I
when
bet
they'll,
there's
like,
some cool stuff.
Yeah, they'll like break
Yeah.
the game, and like I'm like, I don't know. That's like the rock climbing expert versus where I'm at with
Yeah.
the game. I don't want to get to that far that I go into the programming of the game and look at its guts.
Do not.
Yeah, this game is a little it's a little dangerous for me because I have this weird like OCD completionist streak in
Yeah.
me. And so
Yeah.
instead of just beating it and being done with it, which I could do right now, I'm like, I better get every single freaking piece of armor and costume.
Wait, you beat it, Joe?
No, I could. Like I could just
Oh,
go
okay.
beat it right now, but like I'm just
Yeah.
gotta get all the shrines.
So
and it's
he's
just
at that
like,
point
I
too then.
don't
Yes.
need to do all of this, but then I'm like, I gotta give that bobble gem eating dude all those things so I can get the things that he wants to get. Oh, I got all those. Well, let me go find some other bullshit. That guy wanted a chicken. I better go get him a chicken.
Yep. Did you find the talking chicken?
Yes.
Whoa.
Stupid.
At what is it?
very
Is does the? Can I ask if you, and maybe this is a spoiler, but do you ever finally finish putting up all the signs?
That's a great
I haven't.
question.
I haven't done that. Like he got to the point where like the Koroks that are like, I can't get to my friend. I'm like, you'll never get to him. Then bye, fucker.
He did all that.
No, I don't do that. I like
No, but
peace
Elliot.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do them all, and I try to do them when I come across the guy. I like the puzzle aspect of the sign guy. The Koroks piss me off because it's literally like, I know I can make my little bike and I can attach it to him, and it takes 2 seconds. And I'm like, all right, here we go. So I wish I didn't know about the little bike thing because it would force me to be more creative. But yeah, I love the sign guy. I love being like, ooh, look at this. Look at me. It's not gonna fall,
like-
and I screw it up.
It's like
pretty
Tetris.
frequently. Yeah.
3D Tetris.
Like 40 signs, dude. You still haven't figured out how to make a sign?
Exactly. Like you haven't learned anything, and it's like, oh, unforgivable. Still, really? I don't think so. I think we've been through this before.
World just resets, dude. Glitch in the matrix.
Oh shit! Wait. It says running out of Zoom just popped up. It said running out of time for unlimited meetings. Upgrade to Zoom One Pro. Save up to 16% when you choose an annual plan.
Whoa,
Looks
it
like I
says-
got 9 minutes and 45 seconds left.
9:43. How far in are we?
Not long enough, but I could do an
23
ad real
minutes.
quick.
Why don't you do that and then we'll get off
And then we could
we'll...
stop the recording and then just record again.
Yes. Is that how it
Alright,
works?
guys.
If not, we'll come in on mine.
Okay.
Well, guys, guess what? What is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why, folks, it's America's #1 meal kit. Take a bite out of summer with HelloFresh. From chef-crafted seasonal recipes to their new fresh and fit summer menu, HelloFresh brings flavor right to your door. Pre-portioned ingredients help cut down on food waste, while step-by-step instructions make cooking a breeze, not a chore. It's super fun. especially when you have a kitchen that works, which me and my wife almost do, and we're very excited to continue doing all of our HelloFreshes because we've had to pause them, which you can do very easily at any time in case your schedule changes for any reason. In fact, when you need dinner that's fast, don't call for delivery. Think HelloFresh. Think they're featuring quality proteins, fresh produce, and plans for many lifestyles. It's no wonder why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. And if you're looking to eat well this summer, which who isn't, because it's all about self-care on this show, HelloFresh's menu features calorie-smart and protein-smart lunch and dinner options, plus new vegan dinners to choose from. HelloFresh makes it easier to reach your food goals with flavorful recipes that leave you feeling satisfied. I personally love HelloFresh, and you guys know that. In fact, if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. How do you do that, you ask? Well, you go to HelloFresh.com/Valleycast50 and use code Valleycast50 for 50% off plus free shipping. What? Say that again, Elliot. Sure. Go to HelloFresh.com/Valleycast50 and use code Valleycast50 for 50% off plus free shipping. It is highly worth your while because it is America's #1 meal kit, everyone. And thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode of the Valleycast.
All of the if you're watching the video version of this, I was holding up all of my pre-portioned fresh ingredients from HelloFresh for my coconut chicken curry I'm going to make after this podcast.
God damn.
That's
All
gonna be
right,
really
I
good.
guess I should just stop this shit. I should just stop it.
You should stop it and then we'll restart it.
Wow, that was pretty fast, if you ask me.
We're back.
That's pretty cool, guys. That was really
That
cool.
was pretty crazy, dude.
That was pretty
You should
awesome.
have seen what happened.
Elliot, what are you doing to take care of yourself, bud? What are you doing? What are your rituals? What are you doing? What are you doing? Maybe your experiences can help
I'm kind of curious about
others.
this too.
Because you're, we know now, just going through a lot as well. What are you doing for your brain and your heart?
That's very sweet of you to ask, Joe. It's a good question. What am I doing? At the moment, I would say I'm keeping my head above water and taking time for myself, watching a lot of YouTube videos about theme park design, which apparently I can't stop watching.
That's your
Damn.
rock climbing theme park design?
And I've mentioned this to Steve a little bit, and I got into a whole thing today about sight lines, the way sight lines at Disney work, and that was super interesting, and the way they have what are called weenies, and those are all the major landmarks, and the way that they place them so that you're constantly being drawn further into the park was really cool. And
I didn't know
watch
that.
this. I'll watch it for a long time, and then I'll be like, okay, I did enough of that. And it, like, completely takes my mind out of everything. It is really... And I watched this one that psychologically broke down a dude who stole from a $100,000, $300,000 animatronic from Disney, and it was about how he bragged about it. He ran this account called,
That's awesome.
yeah,
I've seen that.
yeah, he guy's a psycho, and it has like all of the like footage of him being interrogated about stealing this thing and posting photos of like trespassing at Disney, and it is really wild stuff. But besides that, just trying to like eat healthier and make little changes here and there. Really all basic stuff.
What is the most
That's what it takes.
what's the most impressive theme park design fact you have ingested?
There's like a tree at Disneyland that is in the shape of, if you look at the landscape, it is in the shape of a cone. And the reason it's in the shape of a cone is because it's specifically designed to block the view of the Matterhorn so that you don't see the Matterhorn in Tomorrowland.
So it doesn't take you out of the fact that
Yeah.
you are in the future.
Exactly.
Yep. Damn.
Pretty cool. And I was like, that is a really smart thing that they did.
Okay, it's like
And
when
there's
you're in
all
Cars
this-
Land. You're like, there's
Yeah,
nothing
then you're
else but
stuck
Cars
there.
Land. I am in Cars Land.
Cars Land was one of the shining examples of why they're so good still at sightlines when they choose to be, because Cars Land is immensely immersive and you have no idea. Same, and Galaxy's Edge is the other example.
Galaxy's Edge,
is crazy.
huge, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Galaxy's Edge makes you feel like you're in a canyon. Cars
Yeah.
Land, you're not in a canyon until
Yeah.
you
In a
get
desert.
in the ride. Like it feels like you're in this
So
open
cool.
like
Yeah.
expanse.
Cars Land.
Crazy.
nuts.
You would think I'd be more into going to Disneyland, but I'm really not. Like, I just like watching these videos.
Yeah, learning more about it.
Yeah. Anyway, what about you, Joe? What are you doing to keep the head above water in these cataclysmic times? Climactic. Climbing.
Try. Uh, well, one of them would be like after not doing it, which would be staying off the phone after I figure out that I shouldn't be on the phone. Like I'm like, oh, I'm looking at all of these things that are just not good and bad, and I'm doing it all the time, and I just need to put it down. So there's that thought that comes too late, but hopefully it starts coming earlier. I've been,
Yes.
dude. So for about a month since VidCon, because when I was at VidCon, I was like,
That was a month
oh,
ago.
when you go to things like these, you walk a lot and you use your body a lot, and then my body had forgot about that. So since I've worked out every single day.
Nice.
Damn.
uh
Holy shit.
and I'm feeling a little different, which is good.
I know.
Good.
We have not been able to do any kind of exercise with the not having a kitchen, and we're getting to a place where we're going to be able to do it again. And I do believe if people actually want a serious opinion about self-help, we've talked about this before, but exercise in any capacity, I think, is
Isn't that like one of the number one things?
Yeah,
that is
I think it might
recommended?
be
helps
the
a
most
bunch.
non-medicinal.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to get addicted to once you do. It's like I'm at the point now where it's like I work out at the YMCA, and the YMCA is open 5 days a week and like closes early on a Saturday. So I try to get up at 5 in the morning and I go work out
Damn.
before I start working way too early. And then if I miss it on Saturday, or I miss it on or Sundays it's not there, dude, I'm taking the longest walks. I'm like, I just got to go. I have to do something. So I'll just walk, and I just try to get those 10,000 steps in or whatever. And that seems to be helping. I haven't drank alcohol since before Christmas.
Nice.
Damn.
That makes a big difference.
It does, I think. I think it does. I'm not sure yet, but I had to cut that out. I just felt like I was indulging a little bit too much between losing my job and then trying to find another job and all that. And then even when I found the job, I think I just was like, and it was holiday season, so I was like, I got to cut it out.
Yeah.
I got to prove to myself that I don't need it. But I still really like the taste of beer, so I have recently found sparkling hop splashes. I don't know if you guys have been in this realm yet, but they're
No, what is this?
non-zero alcohol sparkling.
It just tastes like a sparkling beer.
They taste
Nice.
like beer. It tastes like, and I love that. So that's good.
That's nice.
And but my anxiety's still through the roof.
Gosh.
So I've been trying the CBD route, and it seems to help
Yeah.
Nice.
a little bit. Take some tinctures and stuff like that, but I wish I had it more under control. But there's a lot of waking up every morning with a feeling of dread that I have to work through, no matter what I do or take.
Yep.
But I know it's there. I recognize it, and I'm trying to cut it off at the pass wherever I can.
Yeah. I always try to think with all the medicine stuff because I get very like, I don't want to have to use this to feel good. But sometimes I always just try and be like, this could just be the jump start, and then it jump starts me to do other stuff that is helpful, that then I don't need it anymore and I can rely on other stuff
Yeah.
that keeps me there. But it just like gives you that push, that little boost.
It might have helped me find that little bit of clarity to again be like, I should be doing this workout thing. I should be doing that again because I enjoy it and I feel better, and there is a self-confidence in there that helps, and feels like a mini goal setting that I'm building towards something. And quite honestly, everything feels so out of control with my wife's health, the world, all this stuff, that I think there's a control thing here, like lifting and working out and working on myself, even though it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can control right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It gives you
So
a
then I
sense
can
of
control.
agency. Like you get a renewed sense of agency. It's very nice. I can't wait. I miss it and I want to do it, and I don't feel good when I'm not doing it, and then I don't do it for long enough that I forget that I feel better when I do it, and then I go, oh, this is just, I have to feel this way all the time, and I go, oh, no, wait,
And
I
that's
can
like
just
the
go.
common thing for everybody. Like
Yeah,
everybody has that
so basic.
exact. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So-
what I've loved about the climbing shit, though, is that I've been doing it for 2 years, like 3 or 4 times a week. I've never once felt like I was working out. I've
so
gotten
cool.
like very tired, obviously, and like it's strenuous, but like I've never once have been like dreading, like, oh shit, I have to go climb. Like that is never in my mind.
That's
And
the best
that's
version.
amazing.
That's the best version of finding
Because
something.
like in my early 20s, I would like actually go to the gym and like, it just kind of sucks to just be in that environment.
You got to really love it. Like I got to like
Yeah, it's
I
a
gotta
certain
say,
type of person.
I'm not like going and having the time of my life. Like I'm still like it's very solitary and lonely. I'm not going with anybody as he dances in the background. Uh like I still gotta be like, I gotta go do this, right? And I'm gonna go do it, I'm gonna feel
Yeah.
good afterwards. But I'm not like, I love doing it. Like even when
Yeah.
I'm running, it doesn't matter if I'm running, biking, lifting, any of it. The only time I'm truly, truly enjoying it is on Tuesday nights. I go do like a 3 hour full court basketball run with a bunch of people. And
That's fun.
that I like. It's social, it's competitive, it's tricking me into working out by making me my endorphins come from other things as well. It's challenging. Like that's my favorite time. If I could do that 5 times a week, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You
I
should
would
come
rather be
climb,
shy.
Joe. It's not just youngins. All those guys I was with are your age, pretty much.
Ooh, sounds
is
very
also young.
Greek.
Ooh, it
Hey,
is-
look.
I
does
just
sound
knew
pretty-
he would think I meant like 20-year-olds.
Wow, and they
Joe
brought
thinks
you to
I'm-
and they
Joe
brought you to
thinks I'm-
Palm Springs. Oh,
Hey!
That's a little joke about Palm Springs, everybody. It attracts a certain demographic.
It doesn't attract them. They're already there.
They're
Yeah,
already
they're
there.
just there.
They're there. They live
You know
there.
who I've been watching that surprisingly, when I come back to them, I remember how much I missed watching them. Is Rhett
on?
and Link.
I've actually been watching a lot
Yeah.
of Hassan. I like Hassan. But,
Yeah, Hassan Piker, dude.
Yeah, Hassan Piker. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm the only person who knows who he is, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he's very famous.
No, man.
He's like so big.
so big. Rhett and Link are so good.
Dude, to me, they are like the kings of YouTube. And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't think that just because of
think
the
that.
age thing.
I don't know.
I think
they kind of
anybody
are.
years below me don't have that quite same respect for them. But just the way they do it and the way they're still continuing to make the videos that they're making, like Good Mythical Morning is still so professional yet YouTube-y, whatever that word means.
And
I
think
just
you mean
very much respect
authentically
that.
genuine and accessible.
Yeah, and just
And they pale in comparison to their wives.
oh yeah.
You
They're
pervert.
nothing. Their
What is
wives,
wrong with you?
Their wives are smoking.
They don't even have a show, and you know why are you watching their wives?
It makes no sense.
Their wives are no. I will have you know that their wives sent a blanket to Grace, and it was very sweet. So they're just
Aw.
sweet, thoughtful people. The whole
They-
gaggle of them are sweet.
They had when we first started going through a lot of Heather's stuff as well. They reached out and they were there
They're
for
so
her as
nice.
well.
Yeah, it's just good people who I think know that they have the opportunity to help when they can, and it's really sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
great.
find their whole arc, their whole professional arc. I've always commented on is like I know it's like it wasn't planned out this way. At least I don't think.
Yeah.
'Cause if it was, evil geniuses.
No,
But
yeah.
the way that like their personal lives have changed and they've been so open about such personal
But
things,
also
has
private.
private, but
They're
it's
not
brought-
so yeah.
what they're providing has also shaped the arc of their professional
Yeah.
journey together and
Yeah.
has because of what has happened in their personal lives opened up the next 5 to 6 years of whatever their current journey is, because they get to be a different version of themselves now
Yep.
and be comfortable with it, and the audience has grown with them and they get to offer a different product now because of that is new but is still familiar. It's genius. And they're good people.
Genius.
It's like
Just good
them,
people.
Colleen Ballinger. I don't know who the third one is. Anyway,
No.
thanks guys. Thanks everybody.
I think they used to do videos
we can
with her,
talk
dude.
about. We can-
Everybody used to do videos with her.
I
She
never
was
watched anything she was in.
She was
Was she on
a
SourceFed
darling.
stuff?
I don't think so. People
Thank God.
loved her. Like
I know.
loved her.
Yeah, they still do for somehow.
Yeah, her and Hassan.
Yeah, the three pioneers.
Did
three
something happen
pioneers.
with Hassan recently? What's going on?
I think he just streamed with AOC, and I thought that was cool.
Oh,
Oh, that is cool. I didn't know that.
man,
Yeah. He
that
does,
guy,
H3.
that guy,
He does
that
H3 a
guy,
lot.
that guy pisses the right off real good.
Oh yeah, but he knows how to handle himself.
He doesn't give a fuck.
You know what else? I just came back from. Not just came back from, but I saw it somewhat early in the morning. Was Oppenheimer.
I almost did it. I almost went at 9:15, and then I was like, I'm tired.
What'd you think?
Very.
Kevin?
So I loved it.
Me too.
Fucking awesome movie.
Loved it.
I can't give it like as high as a rating as I'd like to because I'm kind of stupid with like understanding some of the stuff that they talk about. If that makes sense. Like even politically, like I'm a little bit dumb in like this all the phrases and things that is going on that like I was a little bit lost, but knowing that like it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and I know that anybody who understands what they're saying is gonna like this is gonna flow so nicely, and I'm sure this works perfectly. But because I just don't understand it, it was hard for me to be like, "Oh, this is so fucking amazing."
I saw some posts that were like, it's a really good movie, but they were like 3 hours isn't long enough to adequately cover what they're I was like, excuse me. And then the more they talked, they were like, if you would have like listened to this podcast or read this book prior to going into that movie and kind of had a refresher of everything that happened back then the whole movie would have like super made sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Because there's just like scenes. Sometimes there's a scene that is like one person says something and the next person says something, and then it goes to a completely different scene all of a sudden, and you never see that scene again. And that's how they're relaying information to you. So it's just like you're constantly just trying to like, you're almost just getting a peek into different conversations, like really, really fast. And when those conversations, you don't really know exactly what they're saying, it can get a little bit jarring. Like, I don't know what's happening anymore type of thing.
It's also like the trademark Nolan thing where it's a short conversation that's very dense, and there's that music behind it that's like, and so you're like, like pay attention. Oh shit, I missed it. Oh shit, I missed it. Oh shit, okay, I don't understand. Okay, now I'm confused. And he switches around the chronological order.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Oh,
Yeah,
but that'll mess with you a little bit.
Great movie.
But dude, that's what's so cool about it is that even though we're talking about those flaws, like somehow it just keeps you sucked in. Like you're still just watching every second of it because it just it sounds so cool, and it's like there's still a story there that you can follow.
Elliot, what'd you think?
Loved it. I agree with everything that Kevin just said, and I think that it is well articulated. We went and saw it, and Grace on the way was like, what is this about? Like, what are we about to see? And it was one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, we know this story, but like we don't. And I had to like, when you have to explain something on your own that you don't really understand, like the atomic bomb. I was like, well, there's like a small thing.
We'll
like,
go watch a boom boom.
The atom is so small, and they took it and they made a boom.
I did go boom boom.
And then now we live with what's called nuclear anxiety because of this. Now we have the power to kill ourselves. And we're like walking into the theater. I'm like, but besides that, I don't know. I don't know what this is about.
Well, like, I mean, all the political, and I don't think it's spoilers because it's history, but him being like involved or being like thinking he was a communist or whatever. Yeah, like all that shit. Like I had no idea that was his whole. He had that whole thing to deal with, like the FBI spying on him and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
it's the rise and fall. It's not just about the boom.
Yeah,
boom. It's the rise and fall of Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
And also an insane amount of cameos that like
He's
had
like,
more cameos than the fucking Avengers.
Every scene, like, who we got now? Oh, it's that guy? All right, cool.
How good was Killian and Robert and Matt?
I really hope Killian wins Oscar. I think he should deserve it with this one.
I think Robert Downey Jr. was incredible too.
And Robert Downey Jr. was awesome, and Matt Damon was awesome. Matt Damon was like a general, and he was just like fucking badass.
had
while
one
we're-
of my favorite actors. It had David Dasmalchian, and I didn't know he was in it, and I light up anytime he's on the screen. I love that man, that weird man.
Wait, is that the guy who was the Oh, I shouldn't say anything. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
might know
yes,
who you're
that
talking
is.
about.
Yeah, he's the guy from the other Nolan movie called The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah.
He's got like perpetual crazy face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great movie. We've been watching a show. Definitely recommend seeing Oppenheimer. We're seeing Barbie.
And see it in
tomorrow.
IMAX if you can, because the sound and shit was like, it rumbled the entire room like crazy, and it was very cool.
Like an atomic boom boom.
It sure felt like it.
We've been getting into a show called The Bear. You guys watch this?
Yeah,
I
Ellie
know
wants
of
to
it.
watch this
Yeah.
really bad. She got mad at me when I said I didn't want us to watch it.
Yeah, it's really like
She left me because I didn't want to watch the bear.
yeah, kind of ruined my life. We'll watch it, but it's really like we make fun of it a lot. And Grace made a very funny observation of like this thing where it's like a chef, and like it's like a sexy chef, and being a chef is like the coolest, like most hardcore, intense job. But at the end of the day. Grace is like, at the end of the day, they're still just going like, do, 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 and like sprinkling shit, and it's like they make it sound like it's the most important. Like, well, yes, chef, no, we got getting the flavors off. It's like, but you're still just like, little dish.
And then it should cut to the fucking fat American or whatever, just chowing down to
Yeah.
this insanely gourmet meal. Yeah.
Only eating half of it and then throwing it on the
right.
floor.
It's a slightly self-righteous show, but it is very entertaining.
I've
and they're
heard that it is the best representation of what it is true, like restaurant crazy,
Yeah.
like
It's
chef.
It's not a
cooking
reality
culture.
show, correct?
No.
It's like a narrative.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I have heard that, yeah, it seems to be very, it shows the gritty, like,
Very accurate.
intensity.
yeah.
Really cool. And I've been fortunate enough to not live in that world, but, because it seems so terrifying to be in a kitchen and to be, like, the chain of command. And it is cool. I mean, it is an entertaining show. It's a high quality show, but my goodness, if it is not, like, chef.
That was the original title, by the way.
I'm a chef. Good. It's good stuff.
So cool. There we go. That's a good stopping point. Great.
Beautiful.
That was fun, guys.
I do really have to
Exercise,
pee.
rock climbing, and Disney videos. And that's our self-help advice for everyone. To summarize, thank you all for being here, and thank you to our patrons.
And nukes. Big
nukes.
nukes. Boom,
Big-
boom.
Big fat sexy nukes. I bet you we could nuke climate change back into where it needs to be. Did I say China?
You did. And we'll just... and
All
that's
right.
our show.
And